Good evening. Stand for the pledge of allegiance to the flag. Pledge of allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We might have a moment of silence. Thank you. Roll call.
Miss Ellis?
Here.
Miss Hanai? Miss Kimball?
Here.
Miss Mahone?
Here.
Mr. Murphy?
Here.
Mr. Atkinson?
Here.
Mr. Beecham?
Here.
Miss Hilson?
Here.
Miss Sharp? Miss Miller?
All right. We need a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Mr. Beecher, second by Mr. Murphy. Roll call, Mr. Rowe.
Miss Ellis?
Yes.
Miss Kimball?
Yes.
Miss Mahone?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Atkinson?
Yes.
Mr. Beecham?
Yes.
Motion to approve tonight's minutes.
Make motion that we approve the minutes for February 12, 2013, February 26, 2013, and special meetings February 25th, 28th, and March 7th, 2013.
Second.
Second by Mr. Murphy. Mr. Rowe.
Miss Ellis?
Yes.
Miss Kimball?
Yes.
Miss Mahone?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Atkinson?
Yes.
Mr. Beecham?
Yes.
Is there any written communication, Mr. Rowe? From the speakers?
I have some speakers.
Okay. Let's move on to
Miss Annie Gillen? Oh.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you for allowing me to speak today. I worry about the effect that this F rating is having on the young students in the city of Youngstown. As you know, anytime when you get constant Fs or even continuous improvement, it does something to a young person's self-esteem. That's why a lot of times parents will move their children out of the school system. It's the same reason why a lot of people move out of the city of Youngstown. And I'm a city councilwoman, and I understand that people want to live in an area that is not crime-ridden. They don't want to see homes that need to be demolished. And you have to work on that. But I really feel for the young people because it just takes away from their self-esteem when they constantly hear that. And we all know that just like there are people in the city of Youngstown that do take care of their homes, there are a lot of young people in the city of Youngstown who do their homework and are excellent students, and when they graduate, they do well. I feel like we need to promote those young students a lot more. I also feel that one of the ways to get to this excellence, and I say excellence because I don't think we should be reaching for continuous improvement. We need to expect these young people to be excellent, and they can do it, they will do it, and they want to do it. They need discipline, and they also want discipline. Mr. Beecham, I want to give you a, try to remember back. You know, we're in that age group, you forget a lot of things. But you changed East High. I like to see you do the same thing, you know, with these students. I remember an incident where my daughter said a teacher came in and told them that, you know, your motto was you were somebody, you are somebody. And the teacher came in and told them that they weren't anybody. And they came down and told you about it, and you went up there and marched her right out of the school. All right, because you wouldn't accept it. I like to see some of those things going on now, expecting from the teachers and expecting from the students. The President of the United States feels like there needs to be an initiative in educational excellence for African Americans. If he feels like it, I think it needs to be done. And I think we need to really work on it. Expect excellence from our students. Thank you.
Aaron Scott.
Thank you. My name is Aaron Scott. I am the student co-president of the Parent-Student Union. I'm also a 2008 graduate of the Youngstown City School District. I'm here to ask the Board of Education to adopt in whole President Barack Obama's Executive Order 13621, calling for educational excellence for African Americans. Why? Well, for the past 14 years, according to this, by the annual reports for the Ohio Department of Education, the district has been at a D or an F for the past 14 years. The only thing worse is that African American students in the district have been at an F or an F minus for the past 14 years. So that's why the educational excellence order needs to be adopted. Thank you.
Celestine Tina Glenn.
Good evening. My name is Celestine Glenn, and I would like to address the board with their permission. As a taxpayer and also a young lady who lives in the city, I've been in the city all of my life. I do believe in supporting systems. I do believe in supporting all of our children. And I would just ask that the Youngstown Board would please take in consideration what has been asked of you for our children, all of our children. The executive order presented by President Obama. And in doing that, with all my heart, I believe that we can just work together as a team. We no longer need to have a division amongst ourselves. If we can just pull together and unite as one for one reason, and that is the success of our children. Thank you for your time.
Cynthia Carter.
Good evening. My name is Cynthia Carter, and I'm a taxpayer and resident of the city of Youngstown. And I would like the board to please adopt President Barack Hussein Obama's Executive Order 13621, the White House Initiative on Educational Excellence for African Americans. And if the Youngstown City School Board would please believe in our children as our president does, we can bring this F grades up to excellence. Thank you.
Samuel Muhammad.
Good evening, my name is Samuel Muhammad. I'm a graduate of the Youngstown School System, and I'm a concerned citizen of the district right now. And I would just like to ask, why hasn't Board of Education instituted or implemented President Barack Obama's initiative, Executive Order 13621?
Rose Wilkins.
Hello, my name is Rose Wilkins. I'm a resident in the city of Youngstown. And I'd like for the school board to adopt President Obama's Executive Order 1362. Thank you.
Ms. Burksdale? Is that right? Cut the writing, I'm sorry.
Good evening. My name is Larry Barksdale. I'm here as a student representing college students. I'm a student that graduated from Rand High School in 2004. Excuse me. I attended Youngstown State University. I currently attend Eastern Gateway Community College. And, you know, as an individual, I've achieved a certain amount of academic success. I have a 4.0 grade point average, and I was recently accepted into Ohio State. So I'll be attending Ohio State in the fall. As a student, my concern is not for the individual students like myself who have done well, but it's for us as a group, collectively. You know, when I graduated in 2004, African American students had an F rating. Our district had a D rating. Over 9,000 students graduated with my class. 54% of us didn't make it. So for me, I'm concerned about those other, you know, 46% of those students that didn't make it. I'm also concerned about the future. That's why I'm here. So my request is that you take a serious look at the executive order and adopt it, because, I mean, if we don't take care of the future, who will? Thank you.
Lizelle Chisholm.
Hello everybody, my name is Lizelle Chisholm. I'm the wife of William Chisholm, and we have a daughter named Kenyatta. She's in the 9th grade at Cheney High School. And she has 3 more years before she goes off to college. But I am vying for those students who are still coming up, and we need to adopt Executive Order 13621, which is the White House Initiative on Education Excellence for African Americans.
Deanna Wallace.
Good evening. My name is Deanna Wallace. I'm a graduate of Rand 2007 and a current graduate of YSU 2012. And I would like for you to adopt the President's Executive Order 13621 because, as Councilman Gillum said earlier, a lot of students that did do their homework and that were pursuing their grades and were consistent and persistent in maintaining an academic achievement, we weren't recognized as much as the district getting an F or our schools getting an F for the grades that were accumulated. And I believe in our mission statement that you want to come together to have well-prepared and productive citizens, and in order to do that, we need to have the financial resources available to give these students what they need to become well-prepared and productive citizens. So that's why I'm in favor of President Obama's executive order. Thank you.
Thank you.
The last speaker is James Burns.
Thank you. I thought I'd never recover. My name is James Burns. I graduated in 2009, and I was very surprised to see the F rating for the district and the F- rating for the African American students. I would like to demand that you adopt this executive order, but I would ask very nicely that you please adopt the executive order 13621 by Barack Obama, our president. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Moving on to board reports, we'll start on my left, Mr. Kimball. Mrs. Kimball? Mr. Murphy?
We're having a business finance meeting tomorrow at 5.
Ms. Mahone?
To the chair, I would just like to say thank you to everyone who came out today. I think it's really important for us to begin to stand up and speak on behalf of our Youngstown City Schools. I too am concerned. I do stand behind the executive order with Barack Obama as well. I just think that it's time for us to stop compromising as board members and start really making some really serious decisions. I believe that our children's lives are really, really in stake. And I think it's really just been unfortunate that I've actually been able to do more for the children when I wasn't a board member than actually being on the board. And so I just wanted to stand up to the community and say, your voice really, really counts. When you come to the meetings or when you're in the schools, it really does make a difference. So don't stop, because I want you there.
Mrs. Ellis?
Yes, and I would like to thank you all for coming out and for your words, and I hope that this can come to some type of resolution with some meetings. The curriculum committee met also on the 27th of February, and we decided that we're going to hear quarterly reports on such things as suspensions, enrollment, because there was no regularly scheduled time for these reports. You had to ask for them, so we want them to just be given on a regular basis so that we can keep up with these things. We also will be looking at different programs that are in existence in the district. You're welcome to come out. This month's curriculum committee meeting will cover the Literacy Collaborative, so if you're interested in knowing what that's all about, on our next meeting, which is March 27th, at 5 o'clock, we will be covering the Literacy Collaborative. I also chair the extracurricular committee, and we were told that monies are still coming in for the stadium. We will start our spring sports program, and we have a lot of intramural programs for students that are in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade to give them something to do. So again, we thank you for coming out. We thank you for your support, and we hope that you will attend the curriculum committee where you could have a smaller group and have more interaction and discussion and dialogue. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Beecham, you want to?
Yes, I want to thank you, Ms. Gill, for making comments, and I appreciate it. I'll do what I can with the time I have left. Not that much, but I'll do what I can.
Student board member?
I represent Cheney, and as far as STEM goes, March 9th through the 11th, students participated in the Lake to River Science Day at YSU. 5 of them have qualified for the State Science Fair in Columbus. March 9th Academic Challenge Tournament took place. Cheney's team won 3 and lost 2. March 12th, middle school robotics team competed in the Northeast Ohio Middle School Robotics Competition at YSU. March 20th to the 23rd, high school robotics team will be competing at the first robotics competition in Cincinnati. March 23rd, physics students will be competing in YSU physics. As far as VPA, they are currently in their audition/interview season for 2013-2014 school year. Tomorrow, March 13, 2013, there will be over 50 auditions taking place. Cheney VPA Live will perform comedy sketches, skits, and 10-minute plays. Public performance starts at 6 p.m. March 26th. And Tracy Vivo reports that Barack Obama and family has their own copy of Cheney's VPA, a book, A Walk in the Garden, written and illustrated by the 2011-2012 Cheney 6th grade students. The president signed a copy of the book and took one for him and his family.
President, which one of our student board members was in the paper, picture was in the paper for top student, Latina? Which one was that?
Shannon Sharp from East.
Here's a comment.
Go ahead.
I followed the East High School basketball team to Alliance, and I would like to just say, not only did they play hard, but they were such wonderful sportsmen and gentlemen. The coach has done a wonderful job teaching the young people character And they were just, you would be very proud to have the team represent this city because they carried themselves with dignity and pride.
See what happens when you let somebody repeat? She just took my thunder. I had the opportunity to also roll that game. There was only one thing that was bad. Best thing is that I rode the bus with the kids. The worst thing is that Mr. Height sat by me. That was the worst thing about it. But it was excellent. The students were excellent, well-mannered, man. You would have been very, very proud of them. So it was a great opportunity. So, our students are better than people try to make them out to be. We move on to the other reports. Mr. Evans, do you have a report?
No report.
Okay. Ryan, do you have a treasurer's report?
Not at this meeting.
Mr. Superintendent?
Yes, just a few things here. Last week, I presented a plan to the commission. The commission passed a resolution to adopt that plan. You need to know that my plan was to move the district to be an excellent school district. We're looking at choices for our students. I think at an early age, students need to be granted or given options, which way they want to go. And the plan also identified 3 areas. We have a lot of empty seats in this district. The population of the city is going down, the enrollment is going down. We have something like 8,300 seats for kids. We're only using something like 5,300. So we just, it's not being cost effective for taxpayers. I don't think that was right. So we had to look at that. And as I said before, it's all about choices now. No longer will we continue to tell kids you have to take this, you have to take that. We let the parents and the student make that decision. And we're looking at ways to keep all the students in school. We're going to revamp that alternative program. To look at the number of suspensions we have, how we can keep kids in school, look at providing wraparound services for students, because it's not the students' fault all the time. They're asking for help.
Yes, they are.
They really are. So we got to provide some kind of way to read that student. They come to school angry, something may have happened at home. So they bring it to school, and then sometimes as a school system, we don't reach out to them. So we have to look at all that. So I think that plan is going to address all of that. And I really appreciate your support, and I think as a team we can make this happen. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent. Is there any unfinished business? Hearing none, we'll move to new business.
Mr. President, I would like to place on the consent agenda Resolution 4213. We will vote separately on Resolution 4313. Also on